Hello, welcome back. And of course, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracey, and in today's episode of Halloween Spooktacular, I will be showing you some protective crystals that you can use when you are working with the spirit realm. So stay tuned. If you are going to be kind of working in darkness or around dark forces, then it is always such a smart idea to be sure to expand your light, which is to imagine yourself just kind of surrounded by a white light or a white mist. I just consider it like God's light and protective bubble, so to speak. So I've showed you guys in other videos how to expand your light, but I'll just explain it very quickly here without actually practicing it with you. So what I do to expand my light is I just take a moment to sit still with my back straight, and then I just close my eyes and inhale deeply through my nose for 6 seconds. Then I hold the breath for 3, and then I blow it out through my mouth for 6 seconds. And then I repeat this breathing about 3 times. After the 3rd breath, I go ahead and bring my attention to my solar plexus and see a light, like a ball of light there, which is, your solar plexus is about 1 inch or 2 above your belly button. Now, once you see the light in your mind's eye, then use your will and desire to cause that light to grow and expand and fill your body with that light. And then you let the light expand out into your aura, which is your energy field around your body. And so then your body and aura is full of this bright, beautiful light. It's that easy, really. And then I just bring my attention back to grounding myself by just bring my attention to the soles of my feet and move up my body to the crown of my head. And once I have done that, I just inhale deeply while I slowly open my eyes. And that's it. It's actually as quick or as slow as you want it to be. And it's a very easy thing to do. So I do suggest expanding your light on a regular basis, because that will make your energy, body, and aura stronger over time. And it's actually just beneficial overall. So today's video is all about protection in terms of, like, in the spiritual sense. So if you ever want to go to a haunted location and do some type of ghost investigation, or if you ever just feel like maybe you're an empath and you pick up on other people's energies easily, just anything like that, then it might be a good idea for you to use some of these protective crystals that I'm about to go over with you today. So let's start talking about these crystals that you can use for energetic and spiritual protection. So the first stone is Black Obsidian, and I think this one is awesome for this purpose of spiritual protection. This is a strong protection stone, you guys. Black Obsidian actually creates an energetic cord between your base chakra and the center of the earth. It's a very grounding energy, and it helps to ward off any type of psychic attack or negativity from the environment. It actually creates somewhat of a shield around you. when you wear the black obsidian or carry it with you, it's like creating a shield against any negativity. This will also block any psychic attack, including any type of curses that someone might want to place upon you. So black obsidian is a great stone for the purpose of spiritual protection during this time of year. So let's move on to the next stone on my list, to the jet. So the second protective stone I want to tell you guys about is jet. And jet is a very protective stone. This one is kind of like an energetic filter because it will actually kind of cleanse your aura or your energy body. And you can even use jet to cleanse other crystals. So jet is really cool in the sense of cleansing any negative or unwanted energies and just letting go of anything that's impure. It helps you to release stress, anger, anxiety, fear, and grief. And it's a very grounding stone. So again, grounding is very important during a time where you may have a lot of kind of activity going on in the spiritual side of things. Anyway, you can use jet with any other stones or crystals because it works well with everything. And it's also great to use as well as the black obsidian if you are an empath. Like if you absorb other people's energies easily, because this stone will keep you protected from absorbing the energies of others. So let's move on to the third one on the list, which is malachite. So the third crystal to show you for protection is malachite. Malachite is a great crystal for the heart chakra. So this will remove anything impure also from your being. Anything from your physical body or your emotional body that leaves you feeling weak or that is toxic to your being can be removed by carrying malachite with you on a regular basis. Now, as you remove anything impure from your being, then you're also strengthening your light. That's why this is great for your protection. The crystal malachite also works well with red jasper and black tourmaline, which are two other crystals on this list that are coming up next. And malachite can also protect against accidents, interestingly. Ancient Egyptians even used malachite because of the protective powers in malachite. So they would use this stone in talismans to wear and carry with them. So now let's move on to the next protective crystal on my list, which is red jasper. So the fourth crystal is red jasper. Now, red jasper has been used for thousands of years for protection, not only in the physical realm, but also in the spiritual realm. So red jasper is also a grounding stone. This connects your root chakra to the earth. It'll bring you balance and stability, which is very important if you've just been feeling kind of flighty or if you feel as though maybe you have been under some kind of psychic attack or have been picking up energies of others, it's important to be grounded and stable in who you are so that way you can understand what's yours and what is not. Now, this also will encourage bravery and courage, strength, and grounding, like I already said. So that also helps if you're like going on ghost adventures or to haunted houses or something like that. Now, this will also gently stimulate the flow of chi, or it's also known as life force energy, which is basically like strengthening your light and adding more light to your being. And of course, it's going to cleanse and eliminate any negativity. So red jasper is a very important stone to have with you as well. Now let's move on to the last stone on my list, which is Black Tourmaline. So the last crystal on my list today is Black Tourmaline. This one is an awesome protective shield. This crystal deflects and dispels any negative energies, negative entities, or any type of destructive force. It will literally shield you and deflect it away. Now, this is also going to be grounding your spirit to the earth, which makes it such a strong grounding crystal. But as it does that, it will also align your body's energy centers, and that will also help to channel more light into your being. So the Black Tourmaline is awesome as a protective stone. Now, another great way to use it is to get a couple of big chunks of tourmaline, of this Black Tourmaline, and place one piece on each side of your front door. And that will just, like, even if you brought home some kind of energy you didn't want to bring from work or something like that, it will just kind of stay outside. It'll leave at the door because this is such a strong, energetic shield. So those were all the crystals. And now I want to quickly show you how to properly use the crystals for your own good. Now, if you want to use crystals for spiritual protection, then you must remember to set an intention and give it attention. So, anyway, what that means is that you have to also set the intention into each of the crystals that you want to use for your protection. Now, I would first suggest to cleanse your crystals before you set the intention, because the crystals will actually absorb the energies of any other people that have touched it or been around it, really. So, or even just the environment that the crystal has been in, it will cause the crystal to absorb some energies. So it's best to just cleanse it. I like to use sage. This is a sage smudge stick. It's just California white sage. You can purchase it online or at a local store. But what you would do is you would use the smoke of the sage after lighting the end to cleanse the crystals before you set the intention. And just to show you how it's done, I'm going to use a very small piece of sage. I save my sage once I've burned most of it, just because I like to use it all up. So let me just light it on my candle. To light sage, you just kind of set the edge on fire, and once it catches on fire, you just blow it out. And once it's blown out, it's still lit, and it will give off the smoke. Make sure to use an abalone shell or some type of water or fire and waterproof container, so that you don't burn the place down. But once you have a good smoke, you just take the crystal and let it pass through the smoke of the sage. This will cleanse it of any negative or unwanted energies. Now, if you don't know much about sage, I made a video a long time ago, and you guys, it was one of the very first videos that I made, so it's a little different, but I'll go ahead and put a link to it up above if you guys want to learn more about sage and how actually humanity has used it for thousands of years to cleanse space and to cleanse items such as crystals. So sage is a very well-known and widely used tool for spiritual cleansing and energy cleansing. Once you're done doing all of the sage on your crystals, then you just want to take each one and place them in your hands. And what I like to do is I like to expand my light like I showed you guys earlier. So once I've expanded my light, I just say a little prayer. And then once I say a prayer and connect myself with a higher power, whatever that may be, whatever you want to call it, that's fine. You could even just say, I ask my highest self to connect with light and love. And then just say, now I intend for this crystal to, and then, just set your intention. It can be anything, but just set the intention into each and every crystal that you want to use. All right, I think you guys are pretty well equipped for these upcoming days where the veil will be thin between the worlds. So you now know that you need to expand your light, and you can call upon any kind of crystal helpers and sage to cleanse your aura and your space of any unwanted energies that you may have picked up along the way. So if you guys have any comments to make, be sure to put those in the comment section down below. Let us know if you use any crystals for protection, and if so, what crystals do you think work well? Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.